So from Heidelberg, the 2 years that you've been there, jumping back to 2019 when things really kind of start clicking for you. This is also the part of the time that we were talking about that you get an American coach and coaching staff in entirety. You switch teams to Riesen Ludwigsburg. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's in the basketball
Yeah, read
Bundesliga.
it.
And
Hmm.
we kind of talked a little bit off the pod about kind of likening their situation a little bit to Moneyball, where they're in the Germany's top league. I think that their spending is usually about eighth or ninth, something like that. But they've got a really interesting setup, and that's really where your professional career starts to take off. If you could kind of take us through what the switch was like for you, and the appeal, I'm sure, of playing there was a portion of your decision, and just basically kind of take us through the point of your career where things really start to take off for you.
Um, so I can start when I first got there. The assistant, Josh King, he was there for 2 years also with me, and he actually helped me get the job in Louisburg. Just talking me up to the coach, and even prior to that season, I was just visiting him, and then he would have the coach with him, and I would just talk with the coach with JP, and just that beginning, it kind of felt like you didn't like again. It's like trying to understand like what's going on, and it's a different style of basketball. I would say, you don't really see many pro teams play like how Louisburg play, but at the end of the day, it's like it's really effective. Like they pressure. They pride themselves on defense. Especially JP. He's a really competitive coach, and he just wants to get every stop. Even if you have hold the team to 0 points, he's going to find something, just to keep the team, focused, and going that first year in Louisburg, it was just really, I think it was a lot easier than it was my first year in Heidelberg, just because the play style is so free, and it was kind of reminding me of my like my high school days, just pressuring, full court, trying to get steals, just trying to make the offense as comfortable as possible. And I think I've really played really well going up until, when Corona happened. Then that was like in March. And then in the March, I was playing like some of my best basketball also. And then Corona happened. And then we came back to the bubble around mid-May. And for most of that season, I was playing more off the ball. And then when we came back to the bubble, we had maybe all of our foreigners back except for maybe two foreigners, and then our starting point guard he ended up not coming back, and then JP he ended up just throwing me at the point guard, and throughout that bubble that summer I was like playing the best basketball of that season. So I think the bubble was like probably like the turning point, when it was just like I was going like this, and then all of a sudden I just started just going like that with my career.
So one of the things that's kind of interesting to me is you're now playing against Lewisburg, and you were kind of talking about how it's a unique style for Europe. What's it like now playing against them? I know you have the familiarity with them and what they're trying to do, but what's that experience like trying to play against them now?
Yeah, I played them. Maybe we already played them twice, and we lost both games. And it's like I said, it's so unique. Like you don't know what they'll throw at you. They could trap a ball screen. They could switch a ball screen. It's just really different. I can't really explain it. I would have to probably send you a link of like one of their games, and just you would see like, wow, like this is like really different than some teams in Europe, because the way they play so hard, and they play so like I wouldn't say careless. I would say so free on offense that you can't really stop one person, because they're always gonna find like a mismatch on the court. And I think that's the biggest thing too. They always find the mismatch, and they don't care if it's the youngest kid going at the mismatch or the old guy on the team going at the mismatch. It's just like I said, it's just free basketball. It's almost kind of like pickup, almost like pickup basketball.